Hello everyone, welcome back to Kalam Academy, and we are starting with the discussion of hand-to-hand session under the Eklavya series. And all the online students, I hope you have solved the paper, and offline students I have already asked, they have already solved the papers, right? So we will be discussing this in a manner that what should be there in your mind while solving the questions, right? How you will be eliminating the questions, is how you will be eliminating the options, right? Regarding the content thing, I hope that all of you are already read the polity section at least once, right? And you will be doing revision only for the prelims 2024 now, because obviously if you have written the test, so for that you have to study and revise. And if you have not studied and if you want prelims specific, means video only, prelims specific study material only, then please refer to the video I have recorded, right? And that is actually must to all those students who is attending the class and they is attending the Eklavya series hand-to-hand session. Please watch my videos, that is only of the 20 hours. It is very prelims focused, right? So please watch it. Plus along with that you will be reading the basic books, that is NCERT, Constitution at Work, and the Political Theory 1 and Political Theory 2. Other things we will be dealing inside the class only, right? Constitution articles and this newspaper articles, all these things will be covered through the class also, as well as through the study material also, as you will be also getting the golden pages, right? So that is there. So let's start the discussion. Some questions were easier on the side, some were tougher on the side, some were moderate. So as per the UPSC standards only, the questions were framed. So let's see this. The first question is, which of the following statement about the Constituent Assembly of India is correct? Right, you have to answer the correct. Yes, Jawaharlal Nehru first proposed the idea of the Constituent Assembly in 1937. Is it correct? Actually, it was done by the M.N. Roy in 1934, and later on by the Indian National Congress. It was formally asked in 1935, right? So this option is wrong. Second is, the August offer of 1940 agreed to All India Constituent Assembly. Now in the August offer, had they offered All India Constituent Assembly, then what was the purpose of Cripps mission? In the Cripps mission, actually they have offered All India Constituent Assembly. In August offer, they had offered that mainly Indians will be there in the Constituent Assembly. So this is also wrong. The Indian National Congress never formally demanded a Constituent Assembly. Actually, Indian National Congress has formally demanded in 1935. Therefore, this statement is also wrong. And the Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946 rejected the concept of two separate Constituent Assembly. So actually, the Cabinet Mission has accepted two separate Constituent Assembly at that point of time. So this statement will be correct. So D will be your answer. I hope this in this question you will not find any kind of difficulty. It was a straightforward question only. Second question is, which of the following statement about the Indian Constitution is not correct? Once again, not correct is being asked. It was adopted on 26 November 1949. Was it adopted? Yes. The preamble of the Constitution, at the last line, what is there? We hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves the Constitution the constitution of our India, right? So, and that preamble came on the 26th November 1949. So, this statement is correct. 26th January was chosen as the date of the commencement due to its historical significance as the Purna Swaraj, right? That is correct. So, actually since 1930s we were having the Independence Day on 26th January, right? But we got the independence on the 15th August 1947. So, to have the significance of that 26th January, of that Purna Swaraj thing, of that complete independence things, we decided that the constitution will be enforced on the 26th January on 1950. So, this statement is correct. Then the Indian Independence Act of 1947 and the Government of India Act of 1935 were repealed with the constitution's commencement. So, as soon as the constitution got enforced, both these act, Government of India Act and the Indian Independence Act, both got repealed. So, that is also correct. Fourth statement is the adopted constitution contained a preamble, 395 articles and 10 schedules. So, actually this statement is checking your amendment parts, right? In a starting, the constitution had 8 schedules only. From the first Constitutional Amendment Act, 9th schedule came. From the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act, 10th schedule came. From the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, this 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, 11th schedule came, and the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, 12th schedule came. So, after 8th schedule, all the schedules which were added, that was added to the Constitutional Amendment Acts, right? So, this statement is wrong, as at that point of time there was no 10th schedule, there was only 8th schedule. So, this is wrong, as not is asking, so this will be your answer. Question number 3. Arrange the following functions of the Constituent Assembly. This type of chronology based questions is one of the favorite of the UPSC, right? So, the national flag was adopted. When it was adopted? So, best way to handle this type of question is just write the date or write the year in front of it. You know the, right? The national flag was adopted 22 July 1947. India ratified the membership of the Commonwealth. So, it was in May 1948. The Rajinder Prasad was elected as the President of India. So, this was on the 26th Jan 1950, and the Constitution of the India was adopted. It is not asking enforced, it is asking adopt. So, Constitution Day, that is the 26th November 1949, right. So, if you arrange these statements, then it will be coming that the 1, 2, 4, 3 will be the. Question number 4. The question number 4 says, with reference to the preamble of the Indian Constitution, consider the following statement. The democratic system mentioned in the preamble is founded on the principle of popular sovereignty, right? Popular sovereignty means where the people has all the power. Our preamble starts with the line that we the people of India, and ends with line that adopt, enact and give to ourselves the Constitution of India, right? What does this indicate? This indicates the popular sovereignty only. The people has the power, right? So, the democratic system mentioned in the preamble is founded on the principle of the popular sovereignty. That is correct. The preamble acts as a source of power for the legislature. Preamble does not act as the source of power, neither it is having any kind of discrimination against anyone, right? So, this statement will be wrong. The courts can enforce the provision of the preamble. The preamble is not justiciable part of the Constitution of India, right? Therefore, the court cannot enforce the provisions of the preamble. Only for the enforcement of the preamble, you cannot visit to the court, right? You can visit to the court for some justiciable parts. Along with that, you can give reference of the preamble, but only for enforcement of the preamble, as it is not justiciable parts, you cannot visit to the court. So that statement is also wrong. So here it is asking not correct. So 2 statement will be not correct, that is answer will be B. Now question number 5. Consider the following statement with respect to the word sovereign as mentioned in the Indian Constitution. It implies that India is neither a dependency nor a dominion of any other nation and has complete political freedom. So this is actually the definition of sovereignty. We are in an independent country. We are not under any government. Means we are not under any foreign government. There is no external means interference in our case. At the political level, we are running our own government, right? So this is correct. Then the sovereign status of the India is restricted by its membership on the Commonwealth nation. So does India, as India is a part of Commonwealth nation, so does it hamper the sovereignty? Actually, it's not hamper the sovereignty, right? It was our concerned decision. It was our decision to be part of the Commonwealth or nation. We have been given the choice. We had thought that it will be better for our economic means prosperity that we should be the part of the Commonwealth nation, right? Therefore, being the part of the Commonwealth nation or being the part of any multinational organization like the IMF, World Bank or anything, we are not losing our sovereignty. So this statement is wrong. India has the authority to either acquire foreign territory or relinquish a portion of its territory in the favor of a foreign state. So that is correct. We have already acquired several territories, like the Goa is there, Pondicherry is there. So we have already acquired several territories. Plus we have also given some of the territories. Land border agreement has been there, where the parcel of the land was exchanged, right? So such kinds of thing is already happening. So this statement is also correct. The answer will be 1 and 3, right? Now question number 6. Now this type of questions, for handling this type of questions, you will have to study the basic books like the NCERT thoroughly. You should have the knowledge, because the UPSC is directly picking the language from that book, right? And most important book here is Political Theory, both the parts, part 1, part 2, as well as the Constitution at Work. Please read at least these 3 NCERTs for have these kinds of conceptual clarity. With reference to the concept of the liberty in the Indian Constitution, which of the following option is incorrect? Liberty is defined as the absence of restraint over the individual activity. So this is the definition of one of the negative liberty, that is correct. The idea of liberty were influenced by the French Revolution. Obviously, justice was taken by from the USSR, liberty, equality, fraternity from the French. So idea of liberty is influenced from the French Revolution, that is correct. Fourth statement, the negative liberty establishes a minimum space free from external interference, right? So this negative liberty, though it is providing some kinds of liberty, but there is always a restraint, right? Some kind of restraint is there, means external negative liberty establishes a minimum space free from the external interference. So this kinds of liberty is the negative liberty, that is correct. But the statement here about the positive liberty says that positive liberty allows for individual freedom even outside the society, right? Now every society has its own law, every society has its own rules and regulations. You will have the liberty based on that rules and regulation, so it will be based on that only, right? Not the outside. Liberty will be from within the inside the society, right? Like the Indian society. So liberty, you will, whatever the liberty you will be enjoying, that will be enjoying in the India. Such kinds of liberty will not be enjoyed, may not be enjoyed in other countries like the America or the Africa or anything. Like, so it is inside the society. So this statement is wrong. Incorrect has been asked. So C will be the answer. Now question number 7. Consider the following: Union ministers, member of parliament, president, parliamentary election committee, candidates, oaths and affirmation of how many dignitary mentioned above has been presented in the third schedule. So whenever comes to the third schedule, please remember this diagram. First thing is, there will be candidate for the parliament. From the candidate, who will be becoming member of parliament, MP. From the MP, there will be ministers, right? This will be at the central level. Similarly, there will be candidate for the state legislative assembly. There will be member of the state legislative assembly. From that members, there will be ministers, right? So 6 members are here. Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, and another authority is CAP. So these are the 9 authority which is taking oath and affirmation in the third schedule. Now see the exam. This union ministers, yes. Member of parliament, yes. Whether president is there? No, president is not there. Parliamentary election candidates, that is correct. This one is asking. So how many are there? 3 are there. He will be the answer. Now question number 8. The question number 8 is very straightforward question. It is directly asking about the schedules. The 5th schedule in the Constitution of India is made in order to the administration and control of the scheduled area and the scheduled tribes. So actually this is the written in the schedule 5, right? One thing you should remember, that if schedule 5 and the schedule 6 both is for the scheduled tribes. Students gets confused that schedule 5 is for the scheduled caste and schedule 6 is for the scheduled tribes. That is not there. Both schedule 5 and schedule 6 is for the scheduled tribes only. The thing is, they are covering different areas. Schedule 5 may 10 states are there, and in schedule 6 the administration of the tribal area in the state of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. So this is schedule 6. Allocation of the seats in the Rajya Sabha to the states with the union territories. This is schedule 4. And protect the interest of the border states. So this is not under any schedule, as this is under the 5th schedule. So A will be the answer. Now this kind of question has been asked by the UPSC, right? That first Constitutional Amendment Act, it was under which prime ministership, right? So that is there. So on the basis of similar nature, the 9th schedule actually has been added to the first Constitutional Amendment Act in 1950, and all of you already know that during the 1950 who was the prime minister? It was Jawaharlal Nehru. So not Lal Bahadur Shastri. 10th schedule, it came in the through the 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1985. So this is Rajiv Gandhi, correct. And 11th schedule, obviously Narasimha Rao government has brought the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. So the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, 11th schedule came, and through the this 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, 12th schedule came. So this statement is also correct. Correctly math पूछ रहा है, so it will be only 2 pairs, right? Now question number 10. Consider, this is a current affairs question. Consider the following regarding the chat GPT frequently in news. Chat GPT is a new AI chat tools from the OpenAI. Yes, it is asking that which company has established the chat GPT. Right. So here the option is one AI, and this has been done by the OpenAI. Right. So this statement will be wrong. Google is a kind of chat GPT. Google is not a kind of chat GPT. Google is a search engine, whereas the chat GPT, it is a kind of the chat box where you can generate any kind of question, any kind of answers. So that is there. Google is not a search engine. Google is not a chat GPT. The statement is also wrong, and it is trained using a machine learning techniques called reinforcement learning for human feedback. So that statement is 100% correct. So here only 3 will be the answer. Question number 11. Question number 11 talks about that the statement 1, it is an assertion in caution. So the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 reduces the residency requirement for the citizenship applicants from 15 years to 6 years. So the basic fact, if you know that for how many years a person resides inside the country, that they can be provided citizenship. So actually this is 11 years, right? And Citizenship Amendment Act has just reduced that 11 years to 5 years for the resident of 3 countries, the citizen of 3 countries, that is Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan, but not for the Muslims other than Muslims like Hindu, Christian, Sikh, Jainism, Buddhism and Parsis. So all those persons, they will be residing inside the country for continuous 11 years, and after that they can apply for the citizenship. So this statement is wrong. As this statement is wrong, so directly answer will be D. We will see statement 2 also. The act aims to fast track the citizenship for the individual for 6 non-Muslim community from specific countries. So that is 100% correct. So answer will be B here. Now question number 12. There has been lots of debate about the NRC and NPR, right? And students gets confused lots of times. What is the difference between NPR and NRC? Who does it cater to, right? But the thing is, actually it is written inside the name only. For NRC, what is their citizen? They will be catering to the citizen. What kind of citizen? Either they are living inside the country or they are living outside the country. Both kind of citizens, Indians as well as the NRIs. But it is National Population Register. It talks about the population. Now population can be citizen as well as the residents, right? Those who has not got the citizenship, they are also included under the National Population Register, right? Now just by knowing this fact from the statement itself, from the name itself, look at the statement now. NRC is a register containing details of Indian citizens living in India and outside India. So it is talking about the Indian citizens, India as well as outside India living. This is correct. NPR is a register of all Indian citizens. Does it have only citizens? No. So this statement is wrong. It will have citizens as well as the residents. NPR has been prepared only thrice since the independence. So actually NPR has been prepared only once, that is in 2010, and it was amended in 2015. So only once NPR has been prepared, right? So thrice is wrong statement. and it is mandatory for every usual resident of India to register in the NPR. So, that is correct thing. NPR is regarding the population. Population constitute both the resident as well as the citizens. So, this is a correct statement. The answer will be 1 and 4. Right. Now, question number 13. So, this question can be solved even if you know the chronology. Okay. Which of the option is not correct with reference to the reorganization of Indian states? So, reorganization of states, it was a debatable issue whether reorganization should happen on the basis of means language or not, right? Because at the time of independence there were lots of communal violences.